So I get this question a lot. I'm going to answer it for you. How do I know that I'm signing a legit and true, real contract that is a good contract? First, you should not apply for contracts with any type of faulty company. That's for one. Make sure the company is legitimate. Make sure who you're interviewing with is legitimate. That's for one. That should be a self-explanatory, but just disclaimer. Whenever you get approved for travel to destinations, you will immediately get a contract. Sometimes it's minutes, sometimes it's day. It's just about a day if it's the longest, but sometimes it's minutes or even while on the phone. When you get the contract, make sure your pay is right. Make sure the facility is the right facility and not a sister facility. Make sure you know the scrub color. Make sure you know how much you're getting paid in overtime. That is so, listen, again, make sure you know how much you're getting paid in overtime. Not too many people are getting paid time and a half. If you know, you know. Make sure you negotiate your overtime pay. Make sure you're getting paid for holidays. Make sure if you are not getting PTO, you just need to know that, because some agencies, some locations don't have PTO. You're not going to accrue it, but some do. Make sure you know if you are in a state exempt tax state. Make sure, I already said scrub color. Make sure if you have to need a car and you're in inclement weather and you need a car or anything like that, make sure your company is able to accommodate you. If you're driving with family or you're driving your own car there, make sure if you do need an emergency car for a little time, just see how long of an advance you need in order for them to accommodate you or your family. If you are in a hotel or if you are looking at an Airbnb or anything that they're going to pay for, make sure you're getting the best rate. Do not allow them to just pick your hotel. You are allowed to pick your own hotel and you tell them where you want to stay. And especially if it's in the right area, because a lot of times when they have to pick it, it is not a good hotel. It is not a good area. It's just not good. And it's a high rate. Make sure you're researching yourself. Do not take the first thing they give you. If you take this video and you really apply it, I really think that you will have a really, really good contract. And just be mindful that every contract does not look the same. Make sure you're knowing when time ends at that facility. A lot of people don't go if you work Sunday and you do time on if you work Sunday and then you go Saturday. Sometimes the time ends on Thursday, so you're working Sunday to Thursday. Even if you're working Sunday through Saturday, you're not going to get paid that Friday and Saturday. So a few contracts I was on that I'm not quickly ended. I was getting paid 29 hours one week, 52 hours one week, 39 hours one week, 48 hours one week. So it just depends on what type of facility you're at and what their pay looks like, what their timesheet looks like, because a lot of times people do their time cards differently. Be mindful of that. Be mindful. Make sure your direct deposit is up to date. Even if they tell you, yes, it's in, don't worry, go check your stuff. Make sure your emergency contacts is right. If you need referrals, go ahead and start getting referrals, especially if you're on good contracts. A lot of contracts are just not good. Do not let people tell you that you'll never need a referral. You will need a referral. You will need a referral, especially if you're thinking about traveling for a long time. You will need a referral. Referrals last, I believe a year, maybe two, but they last about a year. Let's just say a year. But so that means if you're on a contract for if you're on 2 tours at a contract for 6 months, then you got the rest of the time to get a referral. But I know you're going to know somebody there, especially if it's a really good contract. Make sure you're just getting a referral from a pharmacist or something, because you need one supervisor. And a pharmacist does qualify as a supervisor or a pharmacy director. So do not allow people to tell you that you will not need a referral when you travel, because you do. And paper referrals do not count. They have to be emailed or they have to be email or phone call. So make sure you're building a network as you're traveling. My past videos was talking about branding yourself. Make sure you're building your LinkedIn. Make sure you're building a network that's solid so that you can reach back if you need them. And outside of that, it should be a good contract for you. Never feel rushed. Never feel rushed. A lot of companies, they just want you to sign. A lot of companies, they just want you to sign and the contracts be just half written, half spoken. It's just ghetto. Do not feel like you have to rush into signing a contract that you have not read. It is a legal document, so make sure you're reading over it. And if something don't feel right, don't look right, say something. Tell them. Do not sign a contract and then say, oh yeah, by the way, because there's a lot of recruiters that's not going to go back and advocate for you. Why did you sign it? You didn't read it? So make sure you're being proactive and you're speaking up for yourself and your voice is heard, because essentially you're kind of working for yourself a little bit. Like but in a way. So you have to advocate for yourself. You have to make sure your T's are crossed and your I's are dotted. So make sure you're doing whatever you can in order to look over the contracts. Make sure you're having your licenses updated. All of the things. If the facilities offer you to have CE time, see if they can give you some free CEs on my pharmacytechletter.com or maybe PowerPack. If they have to have live, sometimes they give free webinars at hospitals if that's something that you have to get done. But just make sure you're advocating for yourself. That's the biggest thing. Don't just go with the flow. You have to speak up for yourself a lot, even to the facilities. So just make sure you're always attentive, always doing the right thing, always make sure you're up to date with things, just in case you have to walk away. Just make sure you're right with everything. Make sure if you do switch companies, which I suggest people don't be loyal to one company, always have 2 or 3 recruiters. Make sure you're actually going and getting your physicals from certain places, because they are transferable. So if you're with Aya, and you want to go with AMN, you just contact Aya and then they get your stuff over to AMN, or they'll email you and you get your stuff over to AMN, so you don't have to keep on taking titers. You don't have to keep on doing vaccines and all of that. So make sure you're up to date with those things. But if you take this to heart, if you really listen to this video and you really take it seriously, I can guarantee you're going to have a really nice contract. I don't believe I left out anything, but always know that everybody's contract is not the same. And that's a given, right? But just know that everybody's contract is not the same. A lot of times you get on contracts and you see other travel or pharmacy techs, they just talk too much and they start talking about what they making and whatever. Don't be those type of people, because a lot of times they just full of it. Like they not telling the truth. It's going to cause a lot of hate in the pharmacy for no reason. Make sure your stuff is right. That's what you focus on. And if you take this video seriously, it will be right. But I believe that's it. If I miss anything and you have any questions, I seen this comment, can you travel with families? You can travel with anyone you want to. You just have to accommodate them. Your agency has nothing to do with who you travel with. It's really none of their business. You can travel with your dog. A lot of people ask me, can you travel with your pets? Yes, you can. I seen a comment where it was saying, I can't find contracts like this. Well, they're on Indeed. They're with Arias. They're with Favorite. They're with Cross Country. They're with Aya. If you're looking for COVID numbers, you're not going to find COVID numbers. COVID numbers are almost a thing of a past right now. The highest ones are quickly taken by well-experienced people. So that's why it's very important to build up your resume and be visible. But It's a lot of things that people don't say that they can see, and a good recruiter will get you in the door with some things. It's just about who you know, honestly. So make sure you're asking your recruiter, because if you see online there's nothing, that doesn't mean that your recruiter can't see something. So a good recruiter will be very proactive around the clock for you. Even if it's not online, they have first dibs to see what's coming and what's pending. So ask them, hey, do you have anything that's coming up? If you do have anything that's coming up, this is my price that I can go with. Automatically submit me. I do that all the time. Auto submit me. If it's this, that, then the third, auto submit me, and she knows that's what I want. And then she just called me the next day, hey, I auto submitted you. I don't know if you want it. And I'm like, heck yeah, I want it. Blah, blah, blah. And I end up getting the contract, and it's great. But make sure you build a good relationship. If your recruiter is not working for you because they work for you, leave them. Don't give recruiters second chances. Do not give recruiters time of day to waste your time, because you have to think about it. When you don't work as a traveler, you don't get paid. The more you don't work, the more you don't get paid. So you have to be very, very proactive in this game. Let's see. I can't think of anything else. I believe I answered everybody's questions as they came. If I miss anybody, and you see this video, just please reach back out to me in a text. Not in a text message, sorry, don't text me, but in the comment section. And I respond to everybody, but and a lot of people know that. So comment, share, like, subscribe, and tell a friend. Travel up with some buddies. Make sure you get some travel buddies. Split that rent. Make sure you're doing the right thing. Get a car. Get on the same shift. Split that car. Make sure if you're traveling outside of your contract, use your travel discount codes, because you can. I know Aya is Aya Perks. I know Arias has their own medical solution ones, because they're new medical solutions. AMN really has some good ones. But outside of a contract, you can use your travel-friendly discounts. But outside of that, I hope you have a great travel career. I pray the best for you. If you have any questions, reach out. Outside of, just build your resume. Be transparent. When you go on the job site, make sure you're being seen. Less heard than seen. And make sure you're just doing the right thing. Your integrity matters a lot with pharmacy. So make sure you're an integral person. Make sure you're accountable. And get those referrals. Network. Get to know people. Build your network. Because a lot of times, like I tell people, traveling is not the goal. Okay, traveling sometimes is temporary for a lot of people. Sometimes traveling is just to kind of fill in the gaps with supplemental income. Traveling sometimes is not the end goal for a lot of people. Get your network together, because you don't know who know nobody. Don't sit here and go on these travel contracts and let them go in vain. Make sure if you're going to all of these states, you are being seen, visible, heard, and you're respected. Well respected in all of these states, because you never know who you got to reach back to. I hope you have a great day. I hope this was assumption of everything. It summed up everything that you ever asked in your heart, ever the burning desires. And just take it to heart, really. Traveling is very easy if you let it be. So just make sure you'll be okay. I know it. I hope you have a great day. Till next time.